Welcome back to Healthy Don't Hurt. My name is E-Man, back with another fire video on a Sunday because you know I have that dog in me. Alrighty, guys, we have another article from BBC. Everybody loves BBC. All right, let's get our mind out of the gutter here, people. All right, we got to be professional. It stands for British Broadcasting Corporation. But no, guys, on the real, when I seen this article, I was like, I got to bring this to y'all. Let's dig in. So it says, authorities say U.S. man faked kayaking death and fled to Europe. Authorities in Greek Lake, Wisconsin say that the local man who went missing while kayaking this summer may have staged his own death and fled to Europe. Quote, we believe that he's alive. We know that he's not in our lake, end quote. Matthew Van Kolk, Chief Deputy Sheriff for Green Lake County, told BBC. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a child. All right, I gotta get through this article so I can tell some jokes. Ryan Boardwort. What is up with these names? Who's naming these people? Y'all been drinking when you doing these names. Y'all need to stop. Like y'all really need to stop. All alcohol sales need to not be distributed to people that have children on the way, because these names are crazy. Back to the article. Ryan Borgwart, age 45, a married father of 3, who was last seen on August 12th at Green Lake while on a solo fishing trip. Officials found evidence that Mr. Borgwart had used his passport after this disappearance and may have traveled to Europe. Mr. Borgwart had last texted his wife on the night of August 11th. The message said he was turning his kayak around and heading to shore soon. But when he failed to return home, his family contacted law enforcement, who sent out a search and rescue team, which found his capsized kayak and life jacket on the lake. Mr. Borgwart's car, trailer, and fishing rod and wallet were all left at the park nearby. After 54 days of extensive search efforts of divers, drones, sonar, and cadaver dogs, no body was recovered and no evidence turned up. That caused the sheriff's office to widen its scope. The case took a turn in October when investigators discovered Mr. Bardwart's name had been checked by border officials in Canada on August 13th, the day after he was reported missing. Investigators then learned that Mr. Bardwart had reported his passport lost or stolen and was issued a new one prior to his disappearance. His previous passport was later recovered by his wife, indicating he may have traveled on the new document. So he got a new passport and traveled with it. His wife found out. Back to the article. Following this lead, officials conducted a digital forensic analysis of Mr. Bardwart's laptop. And they found that he had taken out a $375,000 life insurance policy and transferred the funds to a foreign bank account, photographed his new passport, and altered his email before he vanished. And after doing this, they discovered that Mr. Bardwart had replaced the laptop's hard drive and cleared his browser history the day he disappeared. Authorities also found indicators that he may have traveled to a location in Europe. While the investigation continues, the sheriff's office told BBC... All right, come on, man. I gotta stop with the Zal before I do videos because, I'm too goofy right now. All right, while the investigation continues, the sheriff's office told BBC they are evaluating the appropriate criminal charges that could include obstruction and fraudulent activity. Bardwart's family is cooperating, and the chief deputy sheriff said his wife had been, quote, extremely strong, end quote. Quote, she has done everything that we've asked of her in regards to helping us with information or holding on to information, end quote. Mr. Van de Kolk told the BBC, quote, unfortunately, we had to keep this quiet for about a month for about a month from the time that we started thinking that he was somewhere else until we had enough information that we could share with the world, and she did that, end quote. Quote, our hope is that then at some point we'll be able to hold Ryan accountable for his actions and request restitution, end quote, he added. Authorities said they are continuing to look for Mr. Bardwart, who they believe is alive in Eastern Europe, and anyone who may have assisted him in faking his death and fleeing. So this was in Wisconsin in the United States, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I hope my marshmallows aren't gonna be mad. This is the whitest way to fake your own death, ever. You went missing while kayaking. Black people would never this would be such a short criminal investigation. If this was a black person. They'd be like, oh, where's Dante? Oh, Dante went kayaking. Kayaking? Yeah, this something's fishy's going on in here. Black people don't kayak. They would have went for they would have went for him faking his own death or him fleeing the country from the jump. You know, because they really thought this man got unalived while he was on this fishing trip. So I feel like they were a little bit blinded and a little bit slowed down by that being a possibility. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think a lot of people are trying to find ways out of getting, just getting out of life. They're trying to find new ways of getting out of responsibility. He had a family and kids back home. I'm sure he had a job. I'm sure his wife was nagging him. He was like, man, I want to get away from this woman. How can I get away from her forever so I'll never got to hear her mouth again? I'm going to go on a fishing trip and disappear. I'm gonna leave my keys, my wallet on the bench. I'm gonna take out a life insurance policy. I'm gonna change these hard drives, and I'm gonna just fake my own death and be out of here. And by the time they're on to me, I'm gonna be already gone for months. And y'all know Europe. Europe is not a developing country, but Europe is actually, pretty sure it's a continent. So, he could country hop. He can go to a country where, there's not a lot of AI. There's not a lot of technology, like cutting edge technology that could do like facial recognition. He can go to a place that's a little behind, a country that's still living in like 2005, and he could be gone for a while. It might take another 20 years for us to find him, just because Europe, they ain't caught up yet, and it's easier for you to get away. And I'm sure he took the money out, right? He did a wire transfer. How nobody caught the wire transfer is crazy. The life insurance company probably didn't say anything because they got their check, because he's paying into this, right? So when he's paying into this and he dies, he gets paid. The life insurance company, I'm pretty sure he gets paid. And I'm sure they have insurance against people that are trying to commit fraud and fake their own death so they can get their life insurance policy. I'm sure they have business insurance for that. So everybody's getting paid. Everybody's getting their money back. I don't think anybody's going to be mad as far as companies are concerned. I know his wife is pissed. His wife is definitely salty. I've been there, man. I've been there. Life ain't always like that, but I've had tough days, tough weeks where you like, man, I should just fake my own death and just start over. No, I'm joking, but I've wanted to start over before. I think everybody has made a mistake in their life that was like so critical. You're like, I just wish I could start over. I wish I could just run away and just not do this anymore. But to be real with you, the best part of life is the comeback. The comeback stories, the comeback moments in your life where you come back off a loss, where you bounce back and you redeem yourself. That's a part of life. So you really can't experience like your ultimate redemption from you making a mistake or a bad moment, a dark time. You can't bounce back if you flee to Europe. Homie was like, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about redemption. I don't care about recovery. I'm out of here. Look at this dude. This is a dude that's a doer. Okay. You know how some people hesitate? This man's a go-getter. All right. He had a goal and he was out of there. He achieved it. Zero hesitation. He didn't consult with his friends, lawyers. There were no warning signs. Everybody was caught off guard. His wife was distraught. Hey, man, it'd be like that. Unfortunately, you got to have a plan. And, when you marry people, what am I going to do if this dude or this woman just leaves me and just never comes back? Cuts all communication with the family, her family, my family. You got to be ready. It could be a possibility. All right. Even in Wisconsin. They from Wisconsin doing this. Life is hard, bro. Life is hard. Especially even for white people. Because people don't think that, white people could be struggling. White people could crash out. Because black people be making stereotypical assumptions. Like all white people are living in the top of the hill. They're all eating caviar, paying ahead on their bills. They struggling too, just like ninjas. Just like the Project Patties, just like the normal black people, just like black people in general, bro. Like people are struggling. They got it tough out here. Economy is doing poorly. Inflation's going up. These raises aren't raising how they should be. So, when you got all these pressures in life, this is what happens. You have people crashing out and trying to fake their own death. So many people might try this in the future. They might not even do life insurance policies no more. He's probably going to go to jail. He's probably going to go to jail. I wonder how long he would go to jail for. Let's see. Let's take a look. How long do you go to jail for faking your own death? Let's see what the penalty is. So, let me take a look. Let's see what Reddit says. No, we'll see what Fine Law says. Is it illegal to fake your own death? The short answer is nope. I'm unaware of any federal statute that would apply to an individual who fakes their own death, end quote. FBI spokesperson Bill Carter said. So I guess it's not. However, the consequences of pretending to join the afterlife can come back to haunt you. It's almost impossible to fake your own death without eventually breaking a few laws, without, dang, this word's messing me up. Sewer slide? Even though sewer slide, faking one's own death isn't inherently a crime. That doesn't say sewer slide. Y'all know what I'm really trying to say. I can't pronounce that, so I apologize. Isn't inherently a crime. You basically would be drowning in fraud. After faking a death, you may fraudulently steal life insurance, like the dude just did, implicating your spouse as a part of the con if he or she files a false police report. Oh, so you could get your wife in trouble if she files a police report, and she could not be in on it, and she could still get in trouble because she's solidifying you faking your own death, which is breaking the law. So she's technically helping you even though she doesn't know. So that's pretty much what they're saying. You will be evading state and federal taxes. That sounds nice. I would love to evade state and federal taxes. Healthy don't hurt is not a criminal by any means. I play about a book. I might bend the rules, but I never break them. But the day y'all catch me breaking rules and I'm on the news, it's gonna be for this right here. It's gonna be for this right here. Yep, all day evading state and federal taxes. They gonna have me caught red-handed with money in a big old safe in the ground. It's gonna be outrageous. Anyway, back to the article. Violating court-ordered legal and financial obligations. The criminal and civil penalties for these crimes can be stiff. They are typically felonies that can include jail time, heavy fines, and probation or restitution. In the case of the rapper who faked his own death, Tim Dog, aka Blair, he was paying off a $19,000 fine to Esler Pilgrim after a 2010 grand larceny conviction. Pilgrim believed that she was not Blair's only victim, but the rapper likely scammed millions of dollars from others, convincing women to invest in an album he never planned to record. Violating the court order will be a major problem for the death stunt Blair allegedly pulled. Okay, so I guess they were using like a previous occurrence where a rapper had faked his own death. Okay, yeah, so they do. I skipped down a little bit. I just got straight to if it's illegal or not because I didn't really care about the rapper. But yeah, man, you guys see that you can get in trouble for fraudulent activity and for breaking the law and for for lying to the cops. They're gonna get you with something, so you can't get away like completely scot-free. But I think it's interesting, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think it's pretty dope. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below about this dummy trying to fake his own death and run from his family, which I've never wanted to do that exactly. But I've definitely wanted to be like, man, a fresh start would be nice. For a fresh start. Just restart the whole game, from birth. That don't sound too bad. I've been there. I've definitely been there, in life. But hey, I'm glad I didn't, because it's getting tough don't mean you throw the towel in. Normally you learn and you get better as you play on this, on this higher level of difficulty in life. You adjust. My man wasn't trying to give it time to adjust at all. He wasn't hearing none of that. He said, I'm restarting this right now. It might not be from birth. It's going to be at age 44 or however old that dude is, but it's about to restart. He restarted his game with a bag in his pocket too. I wonder if his wife seen some warning signs. I wonder if there were like little indicators. Like all of a sudden he's learning how to. All of a sudden out of nowhere he's learning how to speak different languages. You don't know why. My man was listening to Duolingo, watching Dora the Explorer, and she was like, why is he doing that? That is just so bizarre. This is not like him. She couldn't put her finger on it. And the next thing she know, her man is gone, fam. Her man is out of there. I'll just wonder. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's hilarious. It's sad though, bro. It's sad. It is sad. But, criminals are stupid. Because he got caught, right? A good criminal doesn't get caught. All criminals eventually get caught. But, you got to understand the criminals aren't the brightest people. Like the average criminal is just not that smart. That's kind of why they're breaking the law, because they can't find a way to make a lot of money, by following the rules. Now, us talking about whether the rules in life are fair or not, and the laws, if they're all fair or not, it's a different story for a different video. But, hey, it is what it is. I'll holler at you guys later. Have a good day. God bless. Feel free to hit the like button, the sub button. Let me know what your thoughts are. Yeah, man, I appreciate the support too. I'll holler at y'all later.